Welcome to Backpage Blues. I'm joined by Charlie the Hurricane Skillen from the Mail Online. We've got a lot to get through, including some very, very interesting transfer gossip, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But there's only one place to start, isn't there? And that is Jose Mourinho. Charlie, what is going on?
Well, look, it's not great news for Jose Mourinho. Everyone knows that. Frankly, he's hanging by a thread. After the West Ham game, you know, there was another kind of board meeting. He is really not safe in his position at the minute. I actually think the team played quite well at Stoke, but obviously that won't have helped either. I think that this Liverpool game is so crucial for him personally.
You say he played well at Stoke, and I agree.
Yeah.
We did okay. Should we not be beating a 10-man Stoke?
Yeah, of course. You know, it goes without saying, but you know, it's little victories in the minute, isn't it?
Yeah, okay. So you see it as a small issue. It's not.
I do. You know, but I mean, Mourinho obviously has had a very, very difficult season. The results have been poor, but I think that the results alone would see him safe. I think it's that the Chelsea board are really, really conscious of the club's image, the club's standing within the game. The constant battles with the FA, constant battles with the referee, you know, the Eva Canaria situation and his kind of portrayal of Chelsea in the media, that's really not helped his cause. Roman Abramovich and the rest of the Chelsea board are really very conscious about that. Obviously, we saw the same sort of situation again when he was sent to the stands at West Ham, and that is the reason why he is really unstable in his job at the minute.
So it's the personality as much as the
results.
results.
It is. Although I think Abramovich does recognise that he has support from various quarters, including, of course, the fans.
I think the fans at Stoke the other night were magnificent. Actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Completely unilateral, partisan support for him. It was really nice to see, actually.
Yeah, and you know, it should be said. Obviously, this isn't what I want to see at a fan. This is what we believe to be going on. So.
Okay. Well, to play devil's advocate, let's just live the nightmare and say that he leaves.
Yeah.
Who comes in? What is the answer in that situation?
Well, you know, the two we reported last week at the Mail, earlier this week, is actually two former Chelsea managers in Gus Hiddink and Carlo Ancelotti. Obviously, Gus Hiddink would be more of a kind of interim appointment. I think Ancelotti would be looking for the job on a permanent basis. They've both expressed kind of feelers that they would be interested in it. Hiddink has actually gone on record to say he would always consider top-level football. Obviously, that's including Chelsea.
Hiddink had a wonderful time at Chelsea.
And
I feel like he had some unfinished business because he was very unlucky that he didn't win more. You know, he had a good year, he had a good time, won the cup, but deserved more.
Yeah, he definitely deserved more. And you know,
but he did make a pig's ear out of the Dutch campaign.
Oh, massively. You know, I think he needs. I mean, he doesn't need to prove anything. You know, he's been a great manager for 20, 30 years, but given the chance of returning to Chelsea, given that there's none of the hard feelings that there might be with Carlo Ancelotti in the way he was sacked, I think, you know, that could happen. Carlo Ancelotti, you know, he was treated very, very badly by Chelsea. He was
sacked in a corridor, wasn't he?
20 minutes after the last game against Everton in his second season. We get the feeling that he might be interested. Obviously, Mourinho's still in a job, so you know he hasn't quite gone on the record saying, like, I want this job, I want that job. We also understand he's very, very happy sort of fishing and eating pasta and whatever he's doing on his holiday. Now,
sounds like my dream.
The dream for Chelsea, as it has been for years, is to get Guardiola on board. Obviously, that wouldn't take place in the summer. His Bayern Munich contract is up at the end of the season, and the constant talk after every Bayern Munich game is whether he's going to stay, what he's going to do. The fans in Munich aren't that taken with Guardiola in terms of his style of football, the amount of Germans he has in the team. Now, anyone who's anyone in football has thought that Guardiola will sign for City next summer. It's known that Guardiola's family would prefer to go to London.
Right.
You know, I'm not saying this deal's going to happen, but there's certain leeway now. With this time last year, obviously the Chelsea job was completely off the table.
Yeah.
Now that's obviously not the case.
Okay.
So there's definitely leeway there.
I see. Do you know what I need to ask you about, Charlie? There's just some news. I don't know too much about this, but educate me if you guys may already know.
As I always do.
Dr. Canario.
Yeah.
She's taking the club to court?
She is taking the club to court. You know,
this is not what the club need at the moment, is it?
No, it's not. But, you know, it's something they've been prepared for. As soon as this story came out, this was kind of the option she had open to her. She's suing for constructive dismissal, which basically means, you know, at the time, obviously she wasn't sacked. She had her roles greatly kind of reduced. Obviously, she was taken out of first team duty. She was given a far reduced role at Cobham. Now, what that amounts to is constructive dismissal because she's basically been unable to do the job that she's been employed to do. It's a bit like if they said, "Hey, Royal, we don't want you presenting anymore, but we've got some great corridors you can sweep."
Yeah, I'm sure that's on the cards. Okay, not dream news, but no. I think that you've got something to cheer us up with a bit.
Yeah, obviously, every tweet I'm getting, all the comments on our videos are about who we're going to sign in January, Now, this would not be in January, but the club are long-standing admirers of Antoine Griezmann. Obviously, we talked about that a lot in the summer.
Big fan of Griezmann.
Yes, yeah. Now, Eden Hazard hasn't been quite happy at Chelsea this summer. That much is clear. I think that the club, while they don't want to get rid of Hazard, they would be open to a mega bucks deal from Real Madrid or Barcelona. However, it's not known that he's not Real Madrid's top target. He's certainly not Barcelona's top target. So I can see Hazard staying at Chelsea. But in terms of Griezmann, he would definitely come to Chelsea. He's up for that move. Chelsea and Atletico have a very good relationship. The only slight caveat, which isn't great news for any Chelsea fan watching, is that Diego Costa is thought to be open to a return to Spain.
What? What part of that deal?
Maybe part of that deal. Maybe
Deal's
not.
off. Deal is off.
Well,
no chance.
What can I say? This is the information we got coming in from Spain. That's a far softer bit of the news than the Griezmann stuff, which is quite likely.
I have Griezmann, but not at the expense of Costa. Certainly not at the expense of Hazard either. If that kind of had to be.
No, and these wouldn't be Chelsea's choices. This is more of an individual thing.
No, thank you for your interest. Deal is off. Charlie, thank you very much for coming
worries,
in.
Mate, no worries.
That one is off. It was nice while it lasted. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please comment below. Let us know exactly what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, why not click the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. Cheers for watching.